Good day, Plaza families. This is Dr. Adrian Singletary. Thank you so much for joining us for our Tiger Open House presentation. This presentation is for those families that weren't able to make it to Open House. And I wanted to make sure that we provided for you some time just to go ahead and show you a couple of things about our building and getting prepared for the upcoming 21-22 school year. So one of the big things that's important to know about is really when school starts and when it ends. Our first day of school will be on Monday, August 23rd, and the first class begins at 7:15 a.m. I know it's very, very early, but please make sure that you are here on time and ready to go so we can provide the best learning environment for your child. Also, please know that the last class ends at 2:10 p.m. and I know my assistant principal, Miss Jenny Daniel, is going to be going over and talking about some of those procedures later on in the presentation. Next, I would like to introduce our administrative staff here at Plaza Middle School. I am Dr. Adrian Singletary, principal. Mrs. Jenny Daniel is our assistant principal and also serves as our master scheduler. And last but not least, we have Mr. Brian Van Horn, who is also an assistant principal and also activity director for both Plaza and Congress Middle School. We're looking forward to another fantastic year of learning and excitement here at Plaza Middle School. We do know that there will be challenges, trials, and tribulations that we have all experienced not only last year, but also this year as we still deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. That being said, here are some special COVID protocols of note. First and foremost, as of right now, masks are required for all of our students and staff. Next, lockers. We will not be utilizing lockers at the start of the school year. That will be revisited later on in the school year. As far as our lunchroom, we will be in the cafeteria this year. During the passing time, we will also have passing period that are staggered to reduce the number of students in the hallway. And last but not least, as far as visitors are concerned, visitors will not be allowed in the building during school hours.
You may be wondering about transportation. So our next section is going to deal with everything related to buses, parent pickup, and drop-off. But if you have a question about bus information in particular, you can find your students' bus information on the parent portal. Can't find it? Simply call the bus company. Their number is 359-4560. We have created a drop-off and pickup plan that focuses on student safety to help with our flow of traffic. If you are dropping off your student, please pull all the way up to the front and allow your student to exit the car on the side of the car closest to the sidewalk in the building. We use a single and a double lane drop-off procedures for this school year. Please be mindful of both lanes as we will have students crossing. In the morning for arrival, we use a single lane. We ask that all students be dropped off in the front of the building along the sidewalk closest to the building using one lane only. Please do not use the passing lane for drop-off due to safety reasons. To keep the line moving, please make sure students are ready with all their belongings when time to exit the vehicle, as well as right turns only on Northwest 72nd Street. In addition, we ask that you do not drop your student off before 6:50 a.m. Students arriving before 7 a.m. will be directed to the gym until they're dismissed to classes. To provide efficiency and safety of our drop-off and pickup lines, we ask that you do not park in the lower level or the Kmart lot to drop off or pick up your student. For our dismissal procedures, we do use a double lane for parent pickup. Please do not arrive any earlier than 1:55 p.m. This is to ensure that our buses can gain access to our parking lot. You will not be able to park and have your student walk to you. If you are picking up your student, you must go through the car line. And again, it is a double line system. Please post your student's name that you're picking up in your passenger window. Parents, you'll need to pull into either lane 1, which is the one closest to the building, or lane 2, that's the outside of the lane 1, if you are on the blacktop straight part of the parking lot. We will do one lane beginning at the curve. Students will be held in our small gym by team to maintain social distancing within their own teams. Students will come out as we call them to load 10 vehicles at a time, 5 in lane 1 and the other 5 in lane 2. Once all 10 vehicles are loaded, then we will release starting with lane 2 and then lane 1. We will then repeat the process with all students until everyone has been picked up. Please remember to ensure a quick pickup. No left turns are to be made on Northwest 72nd Street. To provide efficiency and safety on our drop-off pickup lane, we ask that you do not park in the lower lot or the Kmart lot to drop off or pick up your student. For safety, all car rider students will be held in the gym and will not be released until they are picked up. As we move on to academics at our school, student schedules were made available yesterday through our parent portal. So all students and parents should be able to view their individual student schedules as of yesterday. Tonight, teams will have hard copies of the schedules to hand out. So I would suggest that once you leave here, you go down to your teams and find a paper copy of your schedule, as students typically like to walk their schedule on open house evening and just find out where their rooms are. Don't know the team to go to ask for a student schedule? Go into our library tonight and ask for your student's name of their team. If you didn't receive your team name a few weeks ago, that means that you have some outstanding documents that probably need to be turned in. And our office staff is in the library tonight. In our middle school, our grading policy falls into a couple different categories. When a parent looks at the grades, they will see a letter grade showing how their student is doing at school. The traditional grading scale of A, B, C, D, and F is used. However, of those grades, 80% of the grade is based on how your student has done on assessments. For example, exams, quizzes, major assignments. If for some reason your student hasn't completed one of those exams, quizzes, major assignments, you might see the letter M reported in Infinite Campus. And M means that your student is missing this score and the item needs to be redone or turned in. 20% of the grade that you see reflected on the gradebook or in Infinite Campus is related to academic practice work and preparation work. For example, class work that's done in class or homework assignments. Those nightly types of things or those daily types of things that students do to practice or try to get ready for those exams, major projects, and quizzes, those are in the 20% category. All of those assignments are graded on a scoring guide of 3, 2, 1, or 0, depending on the level of effort or the quality demonstrated. For example, maybe it's a class participation grade and your student participated great. The score that you would probably see would be a 3. Maybe they didn't give all of the feedback they needed, so it moved down to a 2. Or they didn't participate at all, and so you see a 1 or a 0 because they didn't do anything. That's 20% of your student's grade that's reflected in that letter grade. At Plaza, we believe in a school-wide approach to AVID. We believe in being avidly, and each teacher every day takes time to post and go over academic agenda items. So, what can parents do to help support their students? Emphasize and utilize this binder and student planner for organization of academic work. For example, each evening when your student gets home, have them get out their planner, do a double check on what they have written down for the day, and make sure that they're prepared for tomorrow.
Next, we'll discuss our Parent-Student Handbook. The Parent-Student Handbook is required reading for all students as well as parents. There is a link available on the Park Hill website if you would like an electronic copy. We review all of our expectations and guidelines regularly with our students, as well as administrators go into and visit all the teams to make sure they understand our rules and regulations. Now, with that being said, parents, you can help us out tremendously by partnering with us to make sure that your student comes prepared to school each and every day. With that being said, partner with us on the idea of making sure the IDs are visible and not bringing cell phones or electronic devices such as AirPods and those things to school will greatly reduce the amount of distractions that we have in our learning environment and can also help reduce those instances of discipline in our building. At Plaza, we will utilize PBIS, which stands for Positive Behavior, Interventions, and Supports. Our PRIDE matrix, which stands for Preparation, Respect, Integrity, Determination, and Excellence, guides everything that we do when it comes to positive behaviors. We go ahead and reward our students through our PBIS reward systems where they will earn points to go ahead and cash those in for incentives at the building and team level. Relationships are the foundation of everything that we do here at 6501, and Character Strong will be our social emotional learning curriculum for Plaza. I'm very, very excited that each week students and staff will have an opportunity to experience a lesson that will help build strong relationships, provide challenges and opportunities to practice kindness, build resilience, and also instill a positive school community. I'm very, very excited about this opportunity. Please stay tuned for some of our character dares and also our student as well as our family dares for you to participate as well. Next, we'll discuss communication here at Plaza Middle School. If you have a question or concern, I implore you to please go ahead and begin with your child's teacher, either that specific teacher or their life ed teacher. They're great resources. If it's a 504 or SPED concern, please contact your child's case manager. Counselors collaborate regularly with team teachers about SEL social-emotional needs. If you need a medical question, please go ahead and contact our nurse. As well as if it's something that has to do with safety, please go ahead and contact our assistant principals, and they go ahead and collaborate regularly with the team teachers as well as counselors. With that being said, if all those pieces did not go ahead and meet your needs, at that time, please go ahead and contact me, the principal.
Here is our Student Services Department. You have a question about your student's schedule? Visit them. They're here for open house and they're here every day of the week. So our counselors are Mallory Malone, Lacey Cox, and then our social worker, Ashley Schroyer. Our nurse's name is Nurse Foster, and she works each day in the health room. If you ever need to meet with Nurse Foster to drop off medications or to discuss critical health concerns, please call her office, or if you're at open house, please feel free to drop by her office. Her number is 359-4214. Please remember, for students that have severe allergies, food allergy action plans, all of those types of things must be updated by the physician annually. Please also make sure that your students' immunizations are updated before school starts. Unfortunately, your student will not be able to start school on the first day unless immunizations are updated.
Next, we'll go ahead and discuss athletics and activities here at Plaza Middle School. If your student is going to play 7th or 8th grade sports this year, please go ahead and visit our sports physical table in the auxiliary gym tonight. Extracurricular activities are the backbone of a lot of students feeling that sense of belonging here at Plaza Middle School. That being said, we do have activities that are only allowed for 7th and 8th grade due to MSHA guidelines. In the fall, we will have football for only 8th grade, cross country as well for 7th and 8th grade, and volleyball for 7th and 8th grade. In the winter, we have boys and girls basketball. In the spring, we also have track and field. National Junior Honor Society for 8th grade is an all-year affair. Now, as far as for our 6th graders through 8th graders, we have a robust intramural program, which will allow students to go ahead and participate in a myriad of activities to suit their interests. We also have drama as well as student council. If you'd like to get involved this year as a parent, then please consider joining the PTA. Plaza PTA membership forms can be found on the Plaza website as well as the link below. Our president for this year is Angie Barton, Vice President and Membership, Stacy Moran, Treasurer Joe Ciccio, Recording Secretary Shannon Dean, and Fundraising Tara Gase. All of our PTA meetings will be hybrid this year and will meet from 6 to 7 p.m. on the following Monday evenings: September 8th, October 4th, November 1st, February 7th, March 7th, April 4th, and May 2nd. Please go ahead and mark those dates down on your calendar. We look forward to joining us this year with making Plaza a better place.
When you visit our open house tomorrow night, as you come in our front entrance, Dr. Singletary, Mrs. Daniel, and Mr. Van Horn will be there to greet you. We will be giving you one of these building maps that has different locations of things to visit this evening.
What you're looking at right now is the back of the open house map. You can see that we have multiple locations for you to visit with your student tomorrow night. You can visit these locations in any order. Also, for our session 1 people, please make note that we are clearing the building at 6:15 to allow for our session 2 to enter the building. If you are in session 2 and you enter earlier, we will go ahead and escort you over to our auxiliary gym while we wait to clear the building. Thank you for joining us today on this online presentation.
We really look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for open house. And remember,
We are family.